My name's Matt Newell. I'm a partner and CEO at The General Store, a business that specialises in retail strategy and innovation. I've been working with retailers for over 20 years across fashion, food, furniture, automotive. Absolutely privileged to work with a bunch of incredible businesses and some of the largest and most successful retailers in the country. Today's video is all about customer experience. And customer experience is really important because if you're not the biggest and you're not the cheapest, then customer experience is everything when it comes to competing in the marketplace. So this video will benefit anybody who's operating in a really competitive market, anybody who wants to improve their online shopping experience for their customers or their physical store experience. I'm going to share a great hack for thinking about your customer experience, and that's this. Essentially, there are two fundamental modes that shoppers behave in when they go shopping, either task mode or leisure mode. It's like if you think about it in terms of sometimes we like to shop and sometimes we like to go shopping and have an experience. So task mode is when we're out to literally complete a task. Like grocery shopping is an excellent example of task mode. We've got our shopping list and we want to tick it off as fast and as efficiently as we can. So that's an example of shopping in task mode. Leisure mode is when we want to create more of an experience around it. We might be meeting friends or meeting family, or we might be killing time before another appointment and we just start to browse. Fashion can be a good example of that, where customers can just be in a constant mode of looking out for new pieces and interesting things, and they can be down at the shops or online thinking about something else, but then be either distracted or enjoy a different type of shopping experience. The first question to ask is, how do you know what type of retailer you are? Are you a task shopping retailer or a leisure shopping retailer? Now, it's very common that one retailer can serve customers in both modes, but very often retailers are dominated by one mode or the other. So like we spoke about before, grocery shopping tends to be dominated by task mode. Fashion shopping tends to be dominated by leisure mode, but both have a bit of both modes in them. So we need to work out what kind of customer mode we're servicing so that we can optimize our experience towards that mode. So really it's about thinking of our role in our customers' lives. Is our role to help solve a problem, or is our role to help add enjoyment and fun to customers' lives? If it's the former, if you're there to help solve a problem, then you're most likely serving customers who are more in task mode. Let me give you some examples of task-focused shopping versus leisure shopping. So task-focused shopping would be things like, grocery shopping, or if a shopper is on a mission, a specific mission. So for example, I spill red wine all over my white t-shirt and I just need to go and buy a new white t-shirt. In that moment, I'll be in task-focused mode. I'm there, I've got an objective that I want to fulfill, and I'm going out to fulfill that objective. And anything that gets in the way of that objective is frustrating for me. Other examples could be, there are some famous toilet paper subscription companies. That's a wonderful way of solving a task-focused problem. And in fact, Uber is an excellent example as well of a brand that has solved a task-focused problem around getting from A to B. And what we value there is the seamlessness and the smoothness of that experience. And that's really critical to task-focused shopping. Examples of leisure shopping are completely different. In this mode, we want to take our time. We want to be slow with the experience. We can drag it out and really enjoy it. So weirdly, I gave you the example of a white t-shirt for task-focused shopping, but fashion can very much be leisure as well, where I might be meeting some friends, strolling down the street, I see a cool white t-shirt in a shop window and I'm like, yep, actually I need a white t-shirt, and I'll jump in and get that. But while I'm in there, I might pick up, some sneakers or socks or any accessories as well. So I'm not there to fulfill a specific shopping purpose or goal. I'm there to really enjoy myself and have fun and connect with my friends and connect with the community. So it's a very different mode with very different elements that we need to think about. Now, we've talked about task mode and leisure mode as two separate modes, but sometimes retailers can service both modes simultaneously, and we need to think about how we can weave those two experiences together on our websites or in our stores. A little while ago, we worked on a really interesting project with an automotive parts retailer, and that was so interesting because sometimes customers come in task mode with a really clear objective. For example, a customer might have his car up on blocks and he's changing the brake pads, and he has to get it done before the sun goes down because he needs the car for tomorrow. So he's on a mission. He comes into the store, he needs to find those brake pads really quickly. And the success of the customer experience there is how quickly can we help him complete that task? How quickly can we help him get to those brake pads? But that same retailer also had a lot of customers shopping in leisure mode, where often blokes, but not always, would come into the store, they'd meet their friends and they'd just browse the store. They'd be looking for new products, they'd be looking for a new tool to add to their collection. What was really interesting though was that we learnt that sometimes you could transition a customer from task mode into leisure mode, and there was a lot of commercial benefit in doing that. So what we did was we would place all the task-focused products towards the back of the store to encourage the customers to go really deep into the store. And then once they successfully completed their task, i.e. I've got my brake pads in my hand, as they walked back to the checkout, they would slip into leisure mode and they would start to shop other categories. They go, oh, there's a spanner that I don't have, or a battery drill, or whatever that other thing is. What was interesting though was they completely ignored that until they completed their task. Once the task was completed, their field of view would open up and they'd start to shop the rest of the store. So there's this sort of conventional wisdom that you want all this impulse purchase stuff towards the front of the store, but actually you want to position it so people can shop it from the back of the store as they approach the checkouts. I hope you found that helpful. If you'd like any more information, visit Afterpay Access.